Mesdames et messieurs, vous pouvez vous asseoir. Ladies and gentlemen, you can have your seats. Thank you. Your Excellencies, heads of state and government, vice presidents, honorable ministers, the president and vice president of ECOWAS Commission, distinguished commissioners, members of our esteemed armed forces and security bodies, ambassadors, representatives of regional and international institutions, members of parliament, traditional and religious leaders, members of the diplomatic corps, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the official launch of the 50th anniversary celebration of ECOWAS, which of course will announce activities marked for this 50th anniversary celebration. My name is Anita Erskine. Ladies and gentlemen, to start off, please do allow me or indulge me for just a few minutes to start by recognizing some of our VVIPs in our midst. Of course, we have His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. A round of applause for His Excellency. The former President of the Republic of Ghana is also with us, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. You're obviously welcome, sir. We are warmly joined by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Numa Boakai. Thank you so much for joining us. The Vice President of the Republic of Gambia is also here with us, His Excellency Mohamed B.S. Jallow. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous présente le Premier ministre de la République togolaise, Madame Victoire Dobé Tomega. And of course, we have here representing His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Yusuf Maitama Tugar, who is also the Minister of Foreign Affairs and also serves as the Chair of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers. You're very welcome, sir. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous présente le représentant du président de la République de la Côte d'Ivoire, Monsieur Aka Awela Eugène. And ladies and gentlemen, here we also have representing the President of República de Cabo Verde, Ambassador Cabo Verde in Abuja, Belarmino Monteiro Silva. We have the representative of the President of Cabo Verde joining us as well. And last but not the least in this list, please allow me to obviously, clearly welcome the President of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Omar Aliou Touré. You're very welcome, sir. Also flanked by the Vice President of the ECOWAS Commission, Her Excellency Mrs. Damtian Chinjimbija. You're very welcome, Madam. Allow me to also borrow a few seconds to acknowledge our traditional leaders, His Royal Majesty King Takiteko Churu II, Gamanche of President Ojoku. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we launch the 50th anniversary of our ECOWAS community, we must hasten to remind ourselves that the peoples of these lands have a history that goes far beyond the 50 years. Now, our Honorable Foreign Minister, in the spirit of cultural diplomacy, is pleased to present to you a special highlight performance of our launch, featuring the Mansa World, which is taking Africa's rich historical stories global through epic productions in a project endorsed by UNESCO. Now, ladies and gentlemen, their debut theatrical epic, Mansa Musa and the Trail of Lost Gold, has been touring the world to critical acclaim. Proudly created by Ghanaian poet and playwright Chief Moman and performed by what you can see now known as Bamboo Heritage. And it is with honor, gratitude, joy, pride, a lot of ECOWASism, they may call it, that I present to you the Mansa World in a special act titled Reclaiming Our Destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ECOWAS at 50.
Harvest tears from laughter's eyes, we even sow some joy in sorrow's deepest soul. we dance and the dance. In the space between the drums in us, you will feel unfold the endless saga of ancestral time. We are dancer and the dance. There is a journey we all must make into our past in order to come to terms with our future.
ECOWAS community, we must look beyond our boundaries and come together in our ancestral bond. Today we shall invoke the memory of our ancestors. We invoke the memory of Dinga Sise of the Ghana Empire, Wagadu. The memory of the Marichata, the Lion King who defeated Sususuman Guru and forged a great Mali nation.
Unshaken,
Invoke the memory of the Mansa Musa. He went on the Hajj from Mali to Mecca with the greatest caravan of about 60,000.
Golden glory of the morning God. We shine above the world. With a golden caravan. Praise kings and royals.
Procession.
Kriya, 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 kriya,
Invoke the memory of Askia Muhammad, who conquered Songhai and forged Songhai.
Askia Muhammadu Kagoladamu Achiki masoya kasadamu.
Askia madu akuladamu. Achiki masoya kasadamu. Askia madu akuladamu. Achiki masoya kasadamu.
Empires emerged our West African countries.
Hello guys, you are watching official Kingsbridge TV. Open lifestyle. Opet talks on history. Opet talks on, heritage, culture. The right place to watch official Kingsbridge TV to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. She said, let's talk segment. You will know everything pertaining our rear and penetrating and everything you want to know about marriage and relationship. Kingsbridge TV. Moments delivered.
Sans partager les mots, plus rien ne m'étonne, plus rien ne m'étonne, plus rien ne m'étonne. Elles sont partagées Africa sans nous consulter. Elles s'étaient que nous allons désunir. Rimpatrice la primandière se trouva chez les Wallaf.
Elle partit de la aussi.
Se trouva dans le Ghana. Rimpatrice la prisoussou se trouva dans la primandière. Rimpatrice la primandière se trouva sur le aussi. Elles sont partagées le Africa, Africa. Elles sont partagées les mots. Rien ne m'étonne, rien ne m'étonne, rien ne m'étonne. Elles sont partagées les mots. Rien ne m'étonne, rien ne m'étonne, rien ne m'étonne.
Today, we explore our shared history to build Malian Songaya. They must find the sacred scrolls buried in the libraries of Timbuktu. You must inspire in them a will to reclaim their destiny. Wakati umefika. Rise, children of the land, rise. You who have given so much of yourself to the world, you who have had so much snatched by the world, but yet you who still have so much of you that still remains. Rise, children of the land, rise to reclaim your glory. And what do we tell the leaders? Don't fail. President Mahama, don't
fail.
President Bwaki, don't
Fail.
To every single African leader here, don't
Fail.
To every single West African leader across our community, don't
Fail.
Because the youth are hungry for inspiration. They do not want to continue to travel across the impossible Sahara in search of the greener pastures beyond the Mediterranean. They want to make it right here in their own motherlands. And so, from every single youth across every single country of West Africa, our message today is simple. To all of us, leaders and people, chiefs and politicians, bankers and artists and doctors and artisans, all of us in West Africa, don't fail. Ladies and gentlemen, just as how these West African lands sprouted some of the greatest empires of the ancient world, we believe that from West Africa could come and will come some of the greatest nations of our modern world if we all come together to work for our inspiration. This has been a Mansa World experience.
Ghana, Mali, Songhai, these are empires of old, of glories to be told, and lessons to behold. Time has come to be bold, time to find the lost gold. Food for the mind and soul.
Food for the mind and soul.
my distinct honor to invite to the podium the host of our gathering today. Gentlemen, with humility, respect, I ask you to be upstanding while I invite to his podium His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the President of the ECOWAS Commission, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Gambia, revered former President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, representative of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria, Her Excellency the Prime Minister of Togo, the Honorable Minority Leader representing the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, our traditional authorities, our Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and let me stand on established protocol. It is with great pride and honor that I welcome you all to Accra for the launch of the 50th anniversary celebration of the Economic Community of West African States. Today is not just a celebration, it is a solemn moment of reflection on our collective journey and an invitation to renew our commitment to the principles that have bound us together for half a century in unity, peace, regional integration, and above all, diplomacy as our guiding compass. Your Excellency, ECOWAS was born out of a spirit of bold diplomatic engagement in 1975. Our founding fathers, faced with fragmented economies and fragile political landscapes, chose the path of cooperation over conflict. Their vision was clear. It was one to pursue our development not as isolated nations, but as a united community. Since then, ECOWAS has grown to become a key diplomatic and political force in Africa. Through consistent engagement, dialogue, and mediation, our community has earned a reputation as a trusted arbiter in conflict prevention and resolution. Whether it has been in restoring peace in Liberia and Sierra Leone, in guiding the Gambia through a difficult political transition, or preventing electoral crisis in Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, ECOWAS has proven that African solutions through African diplomacy can and do work. We must not take this legacy lightly. It is one we must protect. It is one we must deepen and refine in the face of new and emerging challenges. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, today our region is faced with a complex array of threats: violent extremism, growing insecurity in the Sahel, political instability, economic disparities, and climate vulnerabilities. In moments like these, diplomacy and solidarity must remain our first and strongest line of defense. The recent decision by Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger to withdraw from ECOWAS is a regrettable development. Yet, even in this, continuous engagement must remain our lodestar. We must respond not with isolation or recrimination, but with understanding, dialogue, and a willingness to listen and to engage. Since assuming office as president, I've prioritized diplomatic re-engagement with our Sahelian neighbors. Ghana has appointed a special envoy to the Alliance of Sahel States. I've personally led missions to foster trust, rebuild communication channels, and affirm our shared aspirations. These efforts reflect our belief that we have a shared destiny as a sub-region, and that unity has. It is about fostering mutual respect and advancing our common interests. In this regard, our commitment to integration through diplomacy must extend to economic, social, and cultural dimensions, whether we are harmonizing trade negotiations, whether we are facilitating free movement of our people, or championing education and health cooperation. Our diplomatic instruments must always work in the service of our people. We must empower ECOWAS institutions to act swiftly, credibly, and transparently. Our citizens must feel that ECOWAS is not some distant bureaucracy, but a living community that understands their struggles and champions their hopes. And let us never forget the power of soft diplomacy. Our shared languages, our music, our literature, and youth culture. These are powerful tools that bind us together more deeply than any treaty can. And I wish to commend the young people who gave that wonderful performance here. Distinguished guests, let this 50th anniversary be a turning point for diplomacy in West Africa. Let us invest more in early warning systems, mediation capacities, and youth and women as peace builders. Let us position our sub-region ECOWAS not only as a political and economic bloc, but as a diplomatic anchor for the continent, a model of integration, dialogue, and peaceful coexistence. To mark this moment and strengthen regional bonds, Ghana is offering 1,000 scholarships to tertiary students from across the ECOWAS sub-region to study in our universities. This is not just a gesture, it is an act of solidarity. It is a bridge to a future where our young people will grow up seeing each other not as foreigners, but as partners. Excellencies, as we look to the next 50 years, let unity and solidarity lead us. Let that be our guide on how we respond to insecurity, our diversity, and how we build our prosperity together. ECOWAS must remain a forum for listening. It must be a space for healing, a home for visionary African-led solidarity and diplomacy. Ghana reaffirms its unwavering commitment to the ECOWAS vision and to the values of dialogue, peace, and partnership that sustain it. Long live ECOWAS, long live West African solidarity, and I thank you for your kind attention. May I now invite the President of Liberia, the Prime Minister of Togo, the Vice President of Gambia, special envoys of heads of state, representatives of heads of state present, the former President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and the ECOWAS Commission President to join us in the unveiling of the logo for the ECOWAS 50th anniversary celebration. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. And as our VIPs are getting on stage, may I now please invite Her Excellency Mrs. Damtien Tchimtipija, who will describe the 50th anniversary logo and the theme. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the Vice President of the ECOWAS Commission, Damtien Tchimtipija.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to stand on existing protocols in order to address you today. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity in order to thank the young women and men who have just presented us with a beautiful performance, a performance that represents us as community citizens. I am truly honored today to briefly present to you the logo of the ECOWAS at 50 and the theme of our Golden Jubilee. The radiating lines emanating from the central emblem evokes a sense of celebration, achievement, and the widespread impact of ECOWAS across the region. They represent rays of progress, unity, spreading outwards, or simply celebratory bursts. The use of gold or warm yellow color often symbolizes a golden anniversary, an achievement, and a prestige. It adds a celebratory and festive feel. The circle itself represents unity, completeness, and the continuous nature of growth, continuity, and forward momentum within our community. The logo blends the existing ECOWAS identity with celebratory elements to mark the significant 50-year milestone, our Golden Jubilee. The theme of the celebration is Stronger Together for a Brighter Future. The theme highlights the power of unity, regional cooperation, and shared commitment among ECOWAS member states as the foundation for building a prosperous, peaceful, and sustainable future for the people of West Africa. It also reflects the belief that working together allows the region to face challenges more effectively and achieve greater progress than any country could do on its own. The theme is both a reminder that regional unity is not just a political ideal, it is a practical necessity for building a peaceful, prosperous, and inclusive West Africa. The 50 is not just a slogan, it is a vision, a promise, a commitment. It reminds us that despite our linguistic, cultural, and historical differences, West African countries continue to share a common identity. And as long as we stand together in unity and solidarity, we will be able to shape a brighter future for present and future generations to come. I thank you for your kind attention. Muito obrigado. Je vous remercie de votre aimable attention.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. The 50th anniversary in all its glory. Applause for ECOWAS at 50. And now, I would like to ask our heads of state and our special guests to remain on stage while I invite the ministers here present who are representing their various presidents. Please join us on stage for our family photo. All the ministers here duly representing their presidents, the presidents of the member states, please join us on stage as we take our family photo. Photographers, please. Please join them, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause as we're celebrating ECOWAS at 50. Looking forward to a series of events that will take us from now to the next year. As His Excellency the President and his guests take center stage, another round of applause as we have unveiled ECOWAS at 50. This is a momentous occasion for us together, and it is a great moment to be part of ECOWAS, a great moment to be African, and indeed, to be here at 50 is to plan for 50 more. Another round of applause while His Excellency and our guests take their seats. Thank you very much to our media fraternity, our media friends. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, please take your seats. Thank you. Thank you very much. Kindly take your seats. Our media men, please give way for our special guests to reclaim their seats. close off our program this afternoon, I would like to now call on the Ghana Dance Ensemble to wrap up the joyous occasion, which is the 50th anniversary launch of the ECOWAS Commission. Ghana Dance Ensemble.